I am a writer. The ideas of black men. Far beyond the parameters of Caucasian postulates, rooted in something more than mere genetic affinity, lies a vast field where the future can be found, along with the controls for pacemakers and guided missiles, first configured under the probing, knowing fingers and minds of men of color operating portable wrenches while keeping an eye on the fire extinguisher in case of emergencies. When we broke the yoke of the almighty cultural bias, we left our lawnmower in the tall grass, with all compliments to black magic and holistic hoodoo, some of us throwing our dish aprons to the ground and making for the first fire escape we ever welded to the magnificent edifice of racism, using improvised and refined versions of our unpatented fire sticks. We guide our elderly former masters to their moral sickbeds, making sure that the side rail is securely locked into place so nobody falls on the floor at night in the depths of their sleep and accidentally ends up landing on the business end of one of our disposable syringes that just happened to drop out of the medicine tray racked next to the cots for all the invalids. We instruct the matronly dowagers and sprightly career women on the political uses and advantages and purposes of the ironing board while putting plenty of starch in their collars for the coming gala event and checking all the lingerie and bed linen for spots and wrinkles coming back fresh from the dry cleaning process with the tuxedos and wedding dress whose pleats could still use a little pressing. We direct the hoi polloi down the Great White Way under the places where our traffic signals first made people unaware of the practical sense of doing things our way when push comes to shove, and vulcanized rubber starts making our door stops while we cheerfully attach worms and flies to the lures and holders we carefully managed to handcraft for that new river off Belle Isle in Detroit. Confidently, we snap our suspenders against our cotton shirts, knowing in the how and the why that will keep our pants from falling down while we stand in our socks and stocking feet over the metal grill in the floor that warms our toes in the winter and cools our cuffs against the breeze in the summer. And just before the alarm to the boiler goes off and we head down into the basement, the smug look on our faces evaporates while we check the valves and the gauges on the heating furnace we finally got around to fixing, and our latest improvement seems to be in order and holding up while we adjust the spigot wheels on the pipes. But shouts and laughter take us back upstairs to find that the neighborhood kids have somehow conspired to trip off the sprinkler system. Roller coasters are not enough for these little devils, we realize, as we hear them giggling in the dark, showering us in their mirth, prancing back to their homes and big screen televisions to operate remotes we made for them to program, along with the home security system and bulletproof plexiglass built to keep out any idea that Walter Brennan might not be the first real McCoy.